In this video, I want to show you how to scale your company with a team. I work with businesses that are making 100K to $1 million per month, and their team could be 5, 10, 20, 30, or even 40 people at a time. So I want to show you how you can make sure your team is productive even though they're working online, and how to make sure that you're holding them accountable, making sure that you're leading them to success. So these 3 tools are the tools I implement with companies that I work on a done-for-you basis or a consulting basis. But if you're a company looking to scale with a team and the right systems to 100K or $1 million per month, then check the link in the description. Let's have a chat with me or the team so we can see how exactly we can implement these tools for you in the best way possible, in a custom way that serves your business and your needs right now to get to the next level. Now let's get started with this video. The first tool that you're going to see is very important. This is the Focus for Today. The Focus for Today is a tool that I have implemented also within my team, and it has allowed me to see who is being productive, who has a lot of tickets, who has a lot of workload, and also making sure that people are taking care of the most important tasks first. It is a tool that simply allows your team to put a message on a Slack channel or Teams channel or Discord channel where they're going to share the focus for the day, meaning what they're going to work on today. It is very easy to share the end of day report where you're saying, oh, here's a report on the task that I worked on, but it is also very easy to cheat because you could have people that they needed to complete 5 tasks for that day, but they completed only 3. And for you as a business owner or like a manager, it's hard to tell if they actually got the job done or not, because you see 3 tasks and that's great news, but what about the tasks that they didn't complete?
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
So this is what the Focus for Today is tackling. It is an accountability tool as well. For example, what your team is going to do is, in a channel where you're going to call it productivity channel, they're going to put a message like this. They're going to say, focus for today, this is the date, here's exactly what I'm going to work on. And when they're saying at the start of the day that this is what they're going to work on, then they need to also share at the end of the day if they actually completed these tasks. And as you can see here, this team member completed these tasks. For this one, they were blocked, and for this one, they were scheduled for later because maybe they didn't have the time to complete this task as well, or there were other priorities throughout the day. Now, if you're using a project management tool, the Focus for Today is going to look like this. You can have the tickets and the task links directly on the Focus for Today, and then you can add the emojis here. Now, if you're using a project management tool, you may be wondering, but if I'm using a project management tool, why do I need this? Can't I just simply go on the project management tool and just see what tasks the team is working on? Well, it is very easy for the project management tool to get cluttered with a bunch of tasks and a lot of deadlines. So when you're implementing the Focus for Today, the team members are showing you exactly and specifically what they're working on. You don't have any doubts. Whereas on the project management tool, no matter how well kept it is very likely that you're not going to have clarity on what your team is working on. So it is a bit of extra admin work, but I have noticed that it helps managers and also business owners to manage their teams better and also set priorities better. Because if I'm going to check the Focus for Today and I see that a team member is not working on the urgent and important tasks, then I'm going to tell them, hey, remove these 3 tickets, stop working on them, focus on something else.
What's this? Huh? What's this?
This is making it also easier for them to succeed and be productive in their role. So what can you do today to implement this tool? The first thing you need to do is introduce the Focus for Today to your team. All right, this is a very basic setup that you need to do. You have to create a channel on Discord, Teams, or Slack, whatever you're using. Make the channel private, invite your team, and then set also daily reminders on Slack and Discord. For Discord, you can set up as API automation, whereas for Slack, you can create a workflow within Slack that you're sending a reminder every day at 9 a.m. on the weekdays for your team to send the focus for the day. So after you have done this simple setup, then you introduce it to your team. You can shoot a Loom video, and then from there, you need to make sure that you're holding your team accountable to update the focus for the day also at the end of the day. It's not a matter of just posting it, but also updating it so then the managers and other team members know what has been done and what has been worked on. Again, I am using project management tools, but I'm using this additional tool to make sure that every single day, the inputs are there. And it has been an amazing tool that has allowed me to even give more tasks to some team members if they don't have tickets or if there is no workload for them, then I just manage better the way that we are delegating to our team. So let's go on to the next then. But first, I want to share with you the one-click onboarding. It is a toolkit that I have created for you and an automation that you can implement within 30 minutes a day to make sure that client onboarding is an amazing experience for your clients on the front end, and also on the back end, it takes no work, because no matter how productive your team is, sometimes automations take care of things in a better way, in a faster way, and also it costs you just cents. So check it out in the link in the description. And now let's go on to the second tool, and that is the way that you're managing your Slack and Discord. You need to have solid communication with your team members to make sure that they are being productive. So this is what I recommend you have set up today: a team communication channel, the management channel, productivity. Now, of course, if your company is small, like if you don't have like a finance team or like a marketing team, then you don't need to create these channels. You can wait, but take a screenshot of this and start implementing it within your company today. You need to stay organized. You need to have the right channels, but also don't clutter your communication software with a bunch of channels or like different notifications. Make sure you only keep what you are going to use. And of course, if you're using something like iMessage or Facebook chats or WhatsApp to manage your team, then please move to a more professional tool like Slack, or you can use Teams, or you can use Discord, because over there you can set up automated notifications, automated reminders that you cannot set up on iMessage or WhatsApp or any other tool that you may be using. So this is the second tip. And from here, here's what I'll need you to do. Create the channels that you need for your business on Slack or Discord, and then make sure that you're onboarding your team. It is important that if you're using tools like iMessage or WhatsApp, because honestly, I have seen this happen before, make sure that you are onboarding your team and you are also strict with just using Slack or Discord or Teams for team communication, and then you can use WhatsApp for personal reasons, right? So that is another thing you need to implement. And I had a lot of clients that wanted to stick to WhatsApp, but then they found out that Slack is so much better for them. Communication is managed in such an easy way. So then they moved to Slack or Discord. And the last thing I want to mention here when it comes to scaling with a team is project management. It doesn't matter how productive a team member is in the company if they don't know what they are needed for and what they need to work on. So for you, if you are the CEO or like a manager in the company, what you need to have is a project scope document, which is going to look something like this. For every project that you're working on, for example, it could be launching a new product or launching a new campaign or restructuring the company, you need to have a project scope where you are sharing the following: what you're trying to accomplish, why we're doing this, how will it work, all of this. And then you want to have the tasks step by step over here. For example, task 1, 2, 3, 4. And you may be thinking, well, this is going to take me time. But what is going to take you time is if your team is working on the wrong things, you miss the deadlines and you miss all these opportunities that are costing you so much. Make sure that when you're delegating to your team, especially if you have new team members coming in, that you have a project scope, meaning for every project you have a document like this and you're sharing with them, okay, here's the purpose of this, what we're trying to accomplish, and this is the scope. This is what it is and this is what it is not. And then your team is going to execute. You cannot expect to have team members executing on things that they don't understand. So a project scope, it is very, very important. Now, the next thing, what you can use is an Airtable ticketing system. And I can show you how exactly I've built it here. It is very simple. If you're using Airtable, then you can simply click here. You start from scratch and you can create a form, which is going to allow you to create this ticketing system. You're going to use here, boom. And then you can start using this form to delegate tickets to the team. It can become very overwhelming to the team if you're tagging them left and right to complete tasks. So this ticketing system can allow for you to have all the tickets in one place. And here's how you can structure it. You can literally copy the exact setup I have because it's actually something I am using with my team today. So this is what it looks like. And then every time the team is submitting this, we are delegating to specific team members and they are working on this. All right. And the next one is you need to have a tasks channel. So every time you have a task that is being delegated with this Airtable ticketing system, there's a notification being sent on Slack, Teams, or Discord, whatever you're using. And this is going to be easy for you, even if you're not using a ticketing system or anything like that. To delegate tasks, it's best that you have a task tasks channel. It's going to make it easy for everyone to know what this is all about, and they also don't get overwhelmed or they don't forget what they need to work on. And then you can use a tool like ClickUp that is going to help you manage projects at scale, store meeting agendas, and do so much more. So when it comes to project management, this is what that looks like. And to zoom out, you have three very, very powerful tools. The first one is the focus for today. The next one is making sure you have the right communication channels with your team. And third one is project management. Super important as you're scaling, where you are making new decisions and you want your team to implement on those decisions. So if you made it this far to this video, I also want to share with you one extra tool that you can start implementing right away to manage the productivity of your virtual assistants or operations teams. You can use a tool like EverHour or anything that has screenshots. I really insist on having time tracking tools with screenshots because anyone can just clock in, they just go take a shower, or they do the groceries and come back and then they clock out. And you're going to pay for these team members, but they are actually not producing any work for the company. I prefer to have tools that are using screenshots because then I am sure that this team member is putting in the hours and it's putting in the work. Now, of course, as you're working longer with someone, you can eliminate tools like EverHour or time tracking, but it is important that as you're starting, the first 30 days at least, you are tracking the time and you know what exactly the team is putting efforts on. So that is it, guys. If you like this video, let me know in the comments below. And if you're an agency owner, a coach, or a growth partner looking to get to the next level and scale to 100K or $1 million per month, schedule a call with a link in the description. Me and my team can tell you how you can get to that level with the systems that we have built for other businesses that have made these numbers before. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next videos. Take care. Bye.